You know they're gonna ask you, where's Jesse for the wall? Tell them yes. And you know what?
You for everything.
Let me tell you what.
You want to go jump in a pool of bleach right now.
Let me tell you what.
Head first. You said this gonna turn me white? Well, I'm going in. That's where you going. He going straight in. You want to be the same color as this couch.
And what color is that?
You are the couch.
What color is that?
Shit. Dope boy, straight drop tan. You know what that means?
I want to be tan?
This shit mean if you smoke this couch, your ass is high for life. Where your wife? What happened?
I had her out of wedlock. I do what the black people do.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Out of
so you
wedlock.
talking all this shit
give me a hand. Out of wedlock.
You did all this shit. And
out of wedlock.
You be talking all that shit, bro. This is why he goes with on the side he is. He try to make it seem like he not one of them type of niggas. And nigga, you are one of them niggas.
Which one? What type?
You just said you had a baby out of wedlock.
Give me 5.
Hell no. And then now you want to go back. And now you want to go back down there with the people and be like, this is what I'm trying to teach. Nigga, you ain't shit.
Yes, guys, welcome to another very interesting episode of Cultural War. Here, Jess is going to be taking on a very popular comedian called DC Young Fly. I think I got that right. Very interesting. The interview was all over the place, but it was very interesting. The thing about Jess's interviews is that if it's not educating, it can be very, very entertaining. So I don't know what you're going to make out of this video, but I want you to enjoy it because it's really, really very enjoyable. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get more videos like this. So without further ado, let's dive in.
Welcome to the Father State. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. I have with me DC Young Fly. DC Young Fly, he is a comedian, actor, rapper, and podcast host. He's also a veteran cast member of Nick Cannon's Wild and Out, and a host of MTV's TRL, Total Request Live Reboot. You're a busy man.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to stay working, you know. I'm just trying to stay working, baby.
Thank you for coming on.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
And so, what does it mean to be an influencer?
Well, you know,
in what way are you influencing?
Well, first of all, I started off, you know what I'm saying, doing vibes with my boy Fatty Pay. What's the reason, you know what I'm saying, the main influence that I just keep going, like, the nowadays, they gotta understand that this is the wave of the technology and the entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Use the social media status and the platform to really showcase your true talent, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you have to, I want to say it's a shortcut right now, where you can touch a lot of people at one time when back in the day you really couldn't touch everybody at one time, you know?
When did you decide to become an influencer?
I don't really like to say influencer because I look at myself as an entertainer, you know? People who just stay on social media, those are more so influencers because they influence people to do that as well. I'm also as an entertainer that I went on the social media, showed you my talent, then progressed and went from TV to movies, you know what I'm saying, music. But I was already doing music, you know what I'm saying? But I just had to show them that you have to elevate the game.
Do you mind taking your glasses off?
Oh, you can't see my face?
Right, I can't see your face.
You don't know if it's me or not.
Right.
It may ugly.
No, that's better. I can tell if you're lying or not now.
Oh yeah, nah, we telling the truth.
Do you agree with me that Christianity is the best religion on this side of heaven? There's no other religion better than Christianity?
It's the best for me because religion means whatever relationship you need to go with in order to get closer to God. So if you're a Muslim and you have a perfect relationship with God, why should I try to make you a Christian?
I think Christianity is the best because it's the only religion that requires you to admit that you're wrong and change.
I think
no other religion
that
requires
doesn't mean that doesn't have to do nothing with religion. That just having something to be called being grown.
You trust the Muslim religion?
I trust a Muslim who believes in what Muslim does.
How about those that believe in Allahu Akbar?
Whatever Allah was handing my partner, I mess with you.
Are you concerned they may like go over to you and go Allahu Akbar and then pull the bomb?
I don't know what happened because I won't be in those type of situations.
Like when you're on the airplane, do you like...
That ain't gonna happen, ugly man.
When you're on the airplane, and they have those rags around their heads.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. Come out my faith in God, I'm good.
So how about if they blew up the bomb while you're on the plane? Are you like looking
Shit,
to
what
make
the hell
sure?
I'm supposed to do? You looking, nigga. Everybody looking. They looking.
Do you look to make sure that they're not messing around with their hair too much?
Nah, I don't do all that. I'm looking to make sure if your hair piece on right. If you
So
sit next to me, I'd be like, damn, that nigga look like Shot a little bit. God damn.
So you look at everybody?
R.I.P. my nigga, man. Huh?
You look at everybody?
I look at everybody. Just like how they look at me. Where you from?
Where am I from? Alabama.
For real?
Yeah.
You from the South talking that crazy?
Aren't you from Georgia?
Hell yeah, you
I'm
neck
right
though
down the
talking
road from where
crazy.
you
Road
from.
tide. That's why you road tide. That's why you talking like that. You got that shit in you.
So
Road tide. He the best thing that ever happened to. That was wrong with you.
So did you vote at all?
Hell yeah, I voted.
Who did you vote for?
I vote for the titties.
Let me ask you this. Men are under attack, especially straight, conservative, white men of power. What do you think about the
KKK,
fact?
nigga. You want to be white?
What do you think about the fact that
That nigga want to be white so bad. I see it. That's why you getting light right here. Getting light right here. That boy want to be white. That boy try to clear. I see what's going on.
What do you think about the fact that straight, white, conservative men of power are under attack?
What you mean they under attack?
They're hated by so-called
Nobody hate them folks.
people. Yes, they
That's
do.
y'all problem in the world. Y'all trying to divide people so goddamn bad. Ain't nobody divided. Ain't no. Hold up. This is my real estate agent. Sorry, we own property. Hello. I'll call you right back.
The plumber there.
I will. All right. My mama should be there.
He said nobody answering the door.
Nobody answering the goddamn door. All right. All right. Well,
Can we move from the politics?
hold on. No, I'm gonna finish this conversation. Okay, he trying to dig, but he can't. He sound like the police. That's how he sound. But they just digging for shit. Can't even get no answer. That's why he keep going around the same answer. Nigga, I said, they trying to divide us so damn bad. It's no division. We don't want it. We don't care about black or white. We don't care. What we care about is equality. You dig what I'm saying? No. Because when you get pulled over, it might be a chance. You ain't all the way out the clear, nigga. You ain't all the way out the clip. If you move wrong, that's your ass.
What do you mean by that?
That's your ass. You been watching the nigga. You smart.
What do you mean by that?
P-head, you smart.
What do you mean by
you know
that's
what's
my
going
ass?
on. What I'm saying is they trying to divide us so much that it's a lot going on that's in the media that show that we are always being the one that's got to goddamn come out in the forefront and try to show y'all that why this only going on with us. You see what I'm saying? You talking about unarmed black men. You dig what I'm saying? When y'all go through the police academy, and we're not saying all police are bad. I know police that I fought with. That's the point. Ain't nobody against no that, bro. That's why they try to make us. We are against nobody, bro. We are some of the most loving. That's why they try to steal our culture. We got all the swag. You dig what I'm saying? They just trying to turn everybody against us.
And when you say
we are the inventors.
you say when you say they, who are you referring to?
The world.
The world trying to turn who against who?
Everybody against each other. It ain't just about black and white, nigga. Ethiopian against everybody, Native American against everybody.
And who is
nigga?
the world? When you say the world, who is the world that we can recognize that?
Hey man, non-believers, people who are always negative. Those people.
How would we recognize them when we see them?
Well, how can you recognize? People who don't want to compromise and just listen. And not always knowing that it's about them and just trying to figure out what's wrong with the other side and how they feeling. Okay? If we could just come together and just say, look, you ain't gotta like me, but what is the problem? You feel what I'm saying? Because the problem is that you don't like me. That's the problem. So, by you know, nigga,
who you referring to when you say who?
No.
Who are you referring to?
You gotta listen. You figure it out. I'm just relaying the message. Okay?
And
by you saying you don't like me is the reason why motherfuckers are acting crazy. So if that is the biggest problem, you don't like me, how about just stay away?
But I don't know who this is. How would we recognize the ones that
America! Tell this nigga to figure it out.
How would we recognize who they are? You're not saying who they are. Do you believe there's police brutality?
I don't know. It's a lot of shit going on. It's a lot of shit going on. All I can say is be safe and stay prayed up.
And stay prayed up?
Stay prayed up.
I want to ask you are an influence to a lot of other black young boys that want to become
Black young boys.
become rappers and entertainers.
Right.
I've noticed that not all, but most black Americans are suffering due to the lack of values, due to the lack of principle, lack of character. How do we turn, and the destruction of the family as well. The men are not the head of the families, the women are running things. How do we change? Do you agree with that, first of all?
Queens can run the family. That's nothing wrong with that.
When you say queens, you mean women?
Yes, most definitely.
And what makes you think they can?
Who else the fuck up though?
What makes you think they can? What's the proof that they can?
What you mean?
That they can run family or run things?
It's by the way a woman carries herself. You gotta understand, we had women warriors too back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They just overlooked by the king warriors. You know what I'm saying? It was some women warriors. And by ancestors, it's in our genes. You know what I'm saying? It's in our women genes. My mama was a warrior. You see what I'm saying? My daddy was around, but he was being a king in his own village.
Who are you closer to, your father or your mother?
Both.
How do you feel about the fact that so many black babies are being born out of wedlock and things are not turning out very well for them?
Hey, man. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't turn out very well because the father figure wasn't there. That doesn't mean that the mother didn't handle her business, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that that child well-being was taken care of.
If the mother was able to do it, why is it that the kids are turning out with horrible lives rather
said they turned out with horrible lives?
rather than having the fathers there?
So are you trying to come up with a solution or you asking a question?
Solution.
Okay, well say that. Because you're saying that they're coming up with horrible lives.
Right.
That doesn't mean that they're horrible. It's just they have to be looking at and taken care of a little bit more. That's all. Somebody talk to you, I hope. Don't look like it, don't sound like it. But you here today. And this is a nice establishment.
Thank you.
So you had some type of direction.
Is it best to have a father and a mother in the home, or a single mother would do?
What you mean?
Which is best?
Of course, it's always best to have a father and a mother.
Would black Americans do better if they have fathers and mothers in the home, you think?
Black America would do better if we just love each other.
If we just love each other?
Most definitely.
And we don't love each other at this
We do
point?
love each other. All we have to do is just give off more love.
And what is the sign of having love for one another?
Just a pure heart.
Oh, okay.
Just no hatred. It doesn't matter. You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We was oppressed so long ago. People don't understand that we haven't been free that long. We was in the war. The 50s, the 60s, when shit like kind of got like equal when we started going to school together. The shit wasn't that long. It's 2020.
Amazing.
So we was in slavery for 400 years. We've been free for about 80.
Where did you get that? Are you joking? Where did you get that from? Are you making a joke right now?
You ain't been paying attention.
I grew up in Alabama on a plantation under the Jim Crow law. We were free then.
You don't sound like it.
Yeah, how's that?
You trapped.
What do you mean I'm trapped?
Because you're so busy going with the oppressor.
Who is the oppressor?
You know what's going on.
But no, who's the oppressor?
You know what's going on.
No, I'm asking you. You said
so. By you being from Alabama, what part of Alabama?
Down by Tuskegee, Eufaula area.
I need to know
there.
your city. Where you from?
I lived on a plantation. I didn't really live in a city, but I lived between Eufaula and Tuskegee.
So from somebody who lived on a plantation and you grew up on a plantation where slaves were, you didn't want to make a change?
What kind of change?
Like to go back to where you was from and make a change?
You mean like go back to and live down there and make a change?
No, not go back and live down there and make a change. Just go back realizing what happened, what your people grew up in.
I wish I could go back and make a change. You know what I would change it back to?
What?
I would change it back to black men and women getting married, black men and women not having leaders, working, raising their own children, not having a stupid so-called civil rights leaders and all that crap.
Ooh.
I would go back to showing blacks how to believe in God and not hate their fellow man, that kind of stuff. Work hard.
So, okay.
Buy land.
Okay, cool. So check this out, right? So when the person that you're putting in position to run your country, when he said something in particular about your people that was very disrespectful, you didn't find that offensive?
Who are you referring to? The Great White Hope?
Yeah, you didn't find that offensive?
I never heard anything he said. What did he say?
He said something about the African Americans. It was someone, he was like, It doesn't matter. What do they have to lose?
What did he say?
It was, you can look it up. It was just something about what do they have to lose? We have a lot to lose.
Unless you're referring to the fact that most of them voted for the Democratic Party, and the Democrats haven't done anything but screw black people for the last 60 years. And so the Great White Hope asked, why don't you give me a chance? What do you have to lose? You know what I mean?
What's that, the Great White Hope?
The Great White Hope.
That sound like a horse.
Are you for putting up a big, beautiful wall around the borders?
I don't know, man. I don't have no focus on those type of things. I let the government deal with that.
Oh, I see. So you're just dealing with entertainment. You're not dealing with anything else that's happening.
You know, I don't deal with that. I don't know what's going on. I don't go stick my nose in business that don't have my name in it.
Oh, okay. Well, I am for the wall, just in case someone asks you.
That's crazy.
You know they're going to ask you, where's Jesse for the wall? Tell them yes. And you know
you
what?
for everything.
Let me tell you what.
You want to go jump in a pool of bleach right now.
Let me tell you what.
Head first. You said this gonna turn me white? Well, I'm going in. That's where you going. He going straight in. You want to be the same color as this couch.
And what color is that?
You are the couch.
What color is that?
Shit. Dope boy, straight drop tan. You know what that means?
I want to be tan?
This shit mean if you smoke this couch, your ass is high for life.
Oh, you have a baby too, right?
I damn sure do.
A boy or girl?
A little girl.
What is that like for you?
Beautiful. You got children?
Yeah.
How many children you got?
I have a son and a grandson and a granddaughter, and she's married. She has
So you
a
got
son.
one child?
Yeah.
You got one child.
Yeah.
Where your wife? What happened?
I had her out of wedlock. I do what the black people do.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Out of
so you talking
wedlock.
all this shit
give me a hand. Out of wedlock.
You did all this shit. And
Out of wedlock.
You be talking all that shit, bruh.
Listen.
This is why he goes with on the side he is. He try to make it seem like he not one of them type of niggas. And nigga, you are one of them niggas.
Which one? What type?
You just said you had a baby out of wedlock.
Give me 5.
Hell no. And then now you want to go back. And now you want to go back down there with the people and be like, this is what I'm trying to teach. Nigga, you ain't shit.
Are you proud of me for having a baby, making a baby out of wedlock?
I'm proud of you because you were blessed enough to have a baby, nigga.
How about out of wedlock? Aren't you proud? I'm black
It
and
ain't
I got
about wedlock,
one.
bro. It's about you created life.
Are you married?
Hell no, I ain't married.
Your baby born out of wedlock too?
Wedlock like hell.
Oh yeah.
Hell wrong with this nigga.
So you should be
We
proud of
wedlocking
me.
like crazy.
You should be proud of me then.
I'm proud of you for creating life. What I'm not proud of you is you are the same type of nigga that you're trying to quote unquote stay away from.
And what?
So really, when you wake
What
up in the
type is that?
morning, when you look yourself in the mirror, you run straight out the bathroom.
What type is that?
You just said every person that you're gonna try to go back home and help out, or these are the type of people that your white whoever Great Hope nigga is
Great White
talking
Hope.
about. You are the same
Great White Hope. Don't forget it, man. The Great
You
White
had
Hope.
a baby out of wedlock. Why you ain't get married after you had your baby?
How do you see race relations in America today?
What you mean?
How do you see race relations in America today?
Like difference, like interracial, or just race?
Just race relations between the blacks, the whites, Hispanics, and others.
You can love who you want to love.
Well, I mean, how do you see the relationship between, not the love thing, but how do you see the relationship between the races today?
Oh, you saying like how the whites stay with the whites and the blacks stay with the blacks,
Yeah.
like how you see it?
Yeah.
I mean, you see it predominantly in the white, like the whites try to stay with the whites, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, in today's time, it's not really about that, you know? Love who you want to love, because, you know, we got that 1% rule. It don't matter what race we touch. If we touch you, we dominate. They made it up, sorry.
Who did?
The people from the past.
The white people?
I don't know.
So 1% mean once you go black, you can't go back?
You did.
That what you mean?
Once we touch you,
You did?
that baby black. Sorry.
Even if it look white, it's still black?
Sorry. You got to think about it. That's with any other race. That's with any other race. Sorry. That's what they came up with. It's called the 1% rule. You know about the 1% rule?
I believe that's when no, I haven't.
You don't know about the 1%
No,
rule?
what is it exactly?
Well, back in the day, slave terms, this is what it was. Because, you know, some of the slave masters used to rape the slaves. So, of course, they was having children. But, you know, if you're a slave master back then, you had money. You know what I'm saying? You had a house, you had all that. So your children was kind of like, if you pass, everything you got goes to your children. Dig what I'm saying? So if you rape a slave and she has a child, rightfully that child has the rights to whatever the dad leaves along with the children. So they said, no. You're not pure. You know what they say pure mean? Like you fully, you know what I'm saying? Fully white. And I don't have a problem with white people. This is the shit they came up with. This is what we learned. This is what we going on. This is knowledge.
You learned this in school?
Listen.
Look, you learned that in school?
No, I learned that in real terminology called the real world, and I looked up in a lot of books. So listen, 1% rule. They said no. If this child has any percent of African American in it, it's not getting nothing of what daddy left us because we're pure. So they call the 1% rule. If you got 1% of anything in you, you are not white. So, in that case, if we you, welcome to be African American, baby. Sorry. We dominate everywhere we go. We expand, we multiply.
Amazing.
Dig?
Amazing.
This like your uncle that comes to the family reunion to act like he got all this shit together. You like, God damn. You go to the nigga how they taking shit. You like, yeah, man, you know.
So when you come back to town in a month, right?
Right.
I have some of them here, the men and women that we have.
I got you, bro. I got you. We helping everybody, bro.
My final question.
Talk to me.
Did you have fun?
I did.
I'm glad you came.
Did. Can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
Don't put Beijing on your mustache.
Oh, okay.
Just let it, whatever hair you got, just let it be shown.
Let it hang, huh?
Yeah, just let it show. Don't kind that shit going in your nose.
Do you put makeup on your face when you're on TV? You look like Travis. Thank you all for tuning in.
No, don't tune out now, nigga. Don't tune out now, nigga. Hell now, zoom in. That nigga got that shit in it now.
Don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and let us hear from you about this.
Is it in no,
Don't forget. And what's your name again?
My name DC, nigga. You
Oh,
don't know me,
DC Young Fly.
bro. Yeah.
DC Young Fly. Thank you, man, for coming on.
I throw his ass up, y'all.
We're going to have DC back, and we'll let you all know. So you can be here.
When this shit gonna air, man? Don't cut it up, man. You need to let this whole shit play. Don't try to cut it up. And, nah, let this whole shit play. Let the whole shit play. Don't cut it up and be. I'ma know.
You will.
I'ma know. Like I ain't say that.
We will. All right. Thank you, folks. Thank you, DC.
All right, OG.
All right.
Well,
All right, man.